I can see the superhero fatigue beginning with this movie Thor, if that makes sense.
Bro, you forgot what comes after this?
Avengers 1.
Civil War, Winter Soldier, and you said that this starts with fatigue, but then the best movies comes after this.
Thor 2
we
was
still
considered
got-
one of the worst movies.
No, we still got Iron Man 3.
was considered one of the worst movies in the MCU.
Yeah, but then Ragnarok is good.
Ragnarok is a lot of the superheroes that we've seen with the Hulk, Iron Man, with Captain America, you get that factor of an origin story, right? Like you get to see where they started from, how they became what they became. We didn't really get to see, like Thor was he was born into his power.
Yo, I
like
feel
Loki.
Wells 100%. Wells, I mean, like, Loki is a fantastic villain throughout all
I'm
this,
not saying
yo.
that Loki isn't a fantastic villain
You
because
did.
I think
You said the villains are okay. You
the
just
villains,
said that.
I stand on that. I think Loki is a good villain, but I'm saying overall, the Thor villains are whatever.
You think they made this just because of the strength of the fact we just want to make a movie to make money? No.
There's a difference between great and good. Just like you
Well,
made
no, yeah,
well,
yeah,
I understand that, but you're trying to say the people that made the
set
movie
out not to
set
make
out
a
to
great
make a
movie.
good movie and not a great movie, and I think that's ludicrous, bro.
I don't think the time and the writing was put into this movie to make it a great movie, bro. There's no way.
I agree.
There's
I
no
agree.
way, bro.
I
There's
agree.
no way.
Bro, they literally made Jane Foster into a Thor. Done.
Okay, and who was still the main character in that movie? Chris Hemsworth. Compared to Captain America and compared to Iron Man, I really think that with their stories, there's much more that you could do with Iron Man's story and Captain America's
totally
story
agree
than
with
you
that.
can with Thor.
And honestly-
Especially because the Thor story isn't even a story that was originated from Marvel. That was a story originated from Norse mythology.
Yo, what's good, man? You are now back, RTTV, baby.
Gang, gang,
Yo.
gang.
And if it's your first time here, definitely want to be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and
Smash.
that subscribe button, man. And welcome to RTTV, where we react to everything.
Everything.
We have another run on our MCU marathon.
Yes, we do.
Next, we are up with another of the Avengers. We last saw Bruce Banner.
Yep.
In the origin story of Bruce Banner, I believe we talked about that there was one before that, but that was the first one of MCU.
Yeah, this is the first one of MCU.
The first MCU, The Incredible Hulk. That was a really good movie. How'd y'all feel about that one?
That was fire, bro. Bro, so I'm surprised that the actor didn't continuously, get involved with the future MCU movies. Cause he did his thing in that one.
Yeah, we had
I know.
said last time. Yeah,
I would have figured it out.
Replaced?
I think he didn't have an agreement with the.
He had a disagreement with the studio, so they decided to go a different route for the Avengers. So once they got to the Avengers, they changed the.
Dumbass. You have disagreements with your girlfriend, maybe even your wife, but not with Marvel.
Not with Bruce Banner. Not with the Hulk, dog.
Not one of the big four Avengers.
But man, we have Thor. If you've been rocking with us for a while, you've watched us react to Loki, you've watched us react to Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we've gone back and gotten to 2011. We started like 2007, right? That was the first MCU movie we did.
What? The Captain America? Not
Yeah.
Captain America. Iron Man is 2008 because it came out the same year
Okay.
as Hulk.
Oh wait, but we moving along. We on to 2011, man. We're about to get introduced to the God of Thunder, Thor. Let's get into it, man.
Back when Thor was serious.
Yeah, because Love and Thunder, he was not serious.
Back when
Whatsoever.
So we'll be able to watch the progression of what the Thor character has done. Let's see it, man. This dude went crazy. This dude, like,
Chris
one of the
Hemsworth?
top, Chris Hemsworth.
He
one
is
of
the
top
best
actors.
action stars of this generation.
Yeah, wait, he's the one from Extraction? Wow. That's crazy.
It's real scary.
That's a great movie. If
They
you
said they
haven't,
was
you should go
going to
watch
do a
it.
Thor 5 too. Y'all seen that?
Yeah,
Nah,
they
they
did.
Working on it.
They did.
Yeah,
They said that it's gonna be a little bit more. It's gonna get back to making Thor serious.
Yeah, because they said that like the villain is gonna be even better or something like that. That's what I read.
I'm trying to think
more
of.
powerful than
Trying to think of who is the next Thor villain.
I don't know. We know Zeus is gonna come back.
True.
Oh, Hercules.
Go yeah, because then they show that at the end of Thor. Yeah.
Yeah, but they need somebody more than that, bro.
They're gonna kill him in the beginning of the movie. And it's got like the villain is gonna kill Hercules to really show like, wow, this villain's a villain.
They need Mephisto, bro.
They need Mephisto.
You think they'll put? I don't know if
They
they'll
need
put
it.
Mephisto
If
in
they're
Thor.
gonna make it serious and they're gonna make Thor, they need to, bro.
I don't know if they'll put Mephisto in Thor though. I think the MCU is gonna eventually bring us Mephisto.
But nah, bro.
You don't think so?
It's not gonna happen until our kids are 20 years old.
Nah, that's crazy.
nah,
That's
nah,
crazy.
nah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Nah, we're gonna get Celestials in the next movie.
Put it like this: if we're getting, I'd imagine that we get Mephisto before we get Doctor Doom, and we're getting Doctor Doom really, really soon.
We're not getting Mephisto.
Yeah, I'm like, huh? How's that make sense?
You don't think so?
No.
Who's a bigger villain in Marvel, Mephisto or Doctor Doom?
Doctor Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
But
think
I
that
feel
we
like
would
we've
get
been-
Mephisto before we got Doctor
But
Doom.
we've been
Fantastic
teased.
Four.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
that's the next stage in MCU is
Is
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but I mean, they could put him in something else.
I think they'll
They could
prep
put
it
Mephisto.
up.
They could put Mephisto because they're doing Spider-Man 4. They could put Mephisto in the next Spider-Man.
Nah.
You don't think
I don't
so?
think so. No, I don't think so.
Nah.
I think we'll get Sinister Six like set up for Spider-Man movies. Mephisto, I feel like is a big villain, like a Thanos like level. So I
You
would
gotta
say
tease that. They haven't
Yeah.
teased it out. They teased Doctor Doom already.
Kinda.
Jerry's thoughts are going crazy, man. If you want to watch the full reaction to this one, make sure you head over to our Patreon. We have full reactions to this movie, all of the MCU movies that we already reacted to: Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Captain America: The First Avenger. And by the time you're watching this on YouTube, we on Avengers on Patreon. So make sure you pull up to our Patreon right now. But without no further ado, let's get into it. Thor.
Puente Antiguo. Antiguo, lo siento.
That who? That Coulson?
Nah.
I got bad eyes.
Come on, Joy. Tú está estúpido.
Tú no
Coulson.
tienes es.
Ojo.
Yeah.
That is not Coulson.
I ain't got eyes.
I thought you said it was a sudden aurora.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll shit on myself if I see that in the sky. I'm not gonna lie, people that do this is actually kind of sad. Like, you seen that? There was a figure inside of you.
Is there somebody?
Yeah, whatever that
Thor.
figure was.
I don't even recall this movie. I love watching these movies, but I don't recall them.
It was legally your fault. Get the first aid kit.
Do me a favor and don't be dead.
The realm eternal. Asgard.
And Earth is Midgard.
Guard your ass.
What?
Huh?
Asgard, Midgard, and guard your ass.
For Asgard.
God,
Guard your ass.
Thor. Odin's son. My heir.
I love this because this looks lavish. Like this should, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this, they're really taking you down a path
So
of
now
like
I'm entrusted
understanding
with the
Asgard
mighty
and Thor's
hammer
realm.
Mjolnir.
Damn, father, can you be more suspenseful?
Oh,
Frost giants.
proclaim you the Frost Giants.
Hey man, your first day on the job, you better go save the whole realm, brother.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, what the? Oh!
Oh nah, they got some crazy shit over there.
This.
If it's any consolation, I think you're right.
MCU needs to revisit Loki as a villain. Like this Loki series, they need to just continue making him a villain, bro. This good guy stuff, I don't know.
Try again. Next time.
Like, it's making a profit and people love it.
I don't think it's making Loki as a villain per se. I think it's just making Thor, the character of Thor, and that entity more serious.
Thor, it's madness.
My friends, we're going to Jotunheim.
Ah, he's bugging.
My
I
friends,
just told you not to go.
we're going to freaking Jotunheim, Jerry.
Look at this place, bro.
Yeah, they turned up on this, bro.
Like, people that love Valhalla or the mythology around, like, you know, Norse mythology must have loved this movie. Like, the way black people felt about Wakanda is like what they must have felt about this movie.
I don't know necessarily.
You think they brought their hammers to the movie and shit?
I would say that people must appreciate seeing this, because this is
Nah, it's
crazy.
dope.
I think if you're just a fan of Thor, then you appreciated seeing this.
Yeah, and Norse.
the more I'm watching the movie, I'm like, this might have set the tone for the rest of the MCU. Special effects, away, and I feel like this is the first one like that.
That went hard. But yeah, in terms of releases, yeah, this definitely.
I think this was the first one that was actually mystical.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because even the backgrounds look very similar to how it looks today.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Granted, he is one of the biggest players within the MCU, so it makes sense.
Come on, brother.
Run back home, little princess.
Oh.
Look at that shit.
Set him fly next.
Go ahead, Thor.
They're gods.
Oh, my hand! My hand!
Oh. You're on fine.
We must go! Let go!
Nah, Thor is actually violent, bro.
Nah, yo, bro.
Yeah, we gotta go, bro. He just unleashed the Kraken.
Bro.
It wasn't even just like. It was just more like the fact that you decided to fight. That's what was dumb as hell. Oh.
Thor said, I don't give a fuck. Thor!
Oh! How about thee?
He'll get what he came for. War and death.
So be it.
Thor's an imbecile, bro.
Thor's in trouble.
9 realms laugh at us. If the old ways are done, you'd stand giving speeches while Asgard falls. You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy, and you are an old man and a fool.
Damn, gang.
Gosh, he teed up.
I could never imagine saying that to my father.
You know that crazy. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, yeah, I wish, but I was like, nah, I don't wish I could be able to spaz on my dad like that. I'd be alright.
And now take from you your power. In the name of my father and his father before. I order your father.
Oh, damn, I did not know this happened.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Good recap.
Wow.
And this is how we got here.
We're back with Kat Dennings.
Bro, Thor really endangered the whole existence of Asgard because he wanted to be Mr. Macho, or like Evan was saying, Machismo.
How dare you attack the son of Odin? Need some help.
Damn, bro.
We're gonna bring everybody from this small town and try to lift up this hammer.
Out here in Mexico.
Shit, if I tie this to two 27s on the side of the back, I don't know how the fuck
Like, I think my
I
hammy.
thought this a two twin tips.
two 27 trucks.
It's a two seven trucks.
So there it is right there. He got his Ford Eldorado.
This won't be anything for my Hemi. My car is built for tough.
Oh my gosh.
Stanley!
Am I cursed?
No.
Yeah.
You're my son. You know, it all makes sense now why you favored Thor all these years. Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard.
My dog just died? That was Yo, that was the most undramatic death scene ever.
What the hell just happened?
Bro, he just died, son. Like,
well,
He's still breathing. He's not dead. He's still breathing.
oh, bro. I'm like, yo, my man started yelling at him. He said,
bro, he pulled a Pierce. Not even faking a heart attack.
awkward family moment.
It'll be dark one day.
That's my stuff!
They disrespected. I'm mad they beat that her.
Agent Coulson with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is that supposed to mean something to me? You can't do this.
Jane, this is a lot more serious than I realized. Let it go.
You're king.
Better kneel.
Someone call Thor.
See, I like how this place just has that type of honor to culture.
I'll stay here. Once I have Mjolnir, I will return the items they've stolen from you. Deal?
No. Look what's down there. You think you're just gonna walk in, grab her stuff, and walk out?
No. I'm gonna fly out.
She's like, yeah, this dude's on angel dust. He came up. It's like the hammers kind of help him out in the situation because there's no communication. He got shut down.
I need eyes up high with a gun.
Better call it, Coulson. I'm starting to root for this guy.
Besides those mud, I could do that right there. Drop kick somebody in the chest and land on mud, bro. We could do that today.
Like, Ren.
Who are you talking about?
Clint Barton.
He literally said it already.
You know what's crazy? That's really crazy. I literally did say it.
Nah, but yeah, when we react, I noticed that sometimes we saw the movie and we don't even hear certain things.
Nah, that's for sure.
Want to see this?
Wow, so what was all that about then?
He still didn't learn his lesson, bro.
Oh, he's not worthy yet. Alright, shoot him down.
Oh, that should be a meme. That's
Oh, that was clean.
What are you doing here? I had to see you. What's happened? Tell me, is it Jotunheim? Let me explain to Father. Father is dead.
Oh, so you're lying.
Jigga, what?
Can I come up? The truce with Jotunheim is conditional upon your exile. Yes, but couldn't we find a way? Your mother has forbidden your return.
Bro, she was literally just saying,
Lying, bro.
Yeah, he's teased.
He's capped.
I'm so sorry.
First of all, we don't have a truce. Mom wants me to come back, and Dad's not dead. What do we talk about?
Kill him.
After all I've done for you.
Father.
So you're the one who showed us the way into Asgard.
That was just a bit of fun, really. To ruin my brother's big day.
Nah, you a hoe, bro.
Our dearest friend banished, Loki on the throne, Asgard on the brink of war, yet you managed to consume 4 wild boar, 6 pheasant, a side of beef, and 2 casks of ale. Shame on you, don't you care?
Do not mistake my appetite for apathy!
Stop it, both of you!
Not the Heim.
Heimdall demands your presence.
God damn.
Heimdall was watching.
We're doomed.
Y'all better listen to
You
Idris.
defy the commands of Loki, our king. Break every oath you have taken as warriors and commit treason to bring Thor back.
Yes.
Good.
See, that's the thing about it. It's like, that shit isn't conspicuous. Like, even when Thor first did that at the beginning of the movie and tried to pull up to Janipur or whatever that
Like,
place
bro, I
is
can
called.
see the light from my room.
Yeah, like, of course they know you coming, bro. The hell they see a beam from a mile away?
Nowhere, and then they just disappeared.
This show my brother there's no return.
That's wild.
Destroyer.
Destroy everything.
He looks like. What does he look like? The Celestials in Days of Future Past.
My father is dead because of me. I must remain in exile.
Thor, your father still lives.
What?
What in the Asgard?
Right.
What in the Asgard?
He said, Loki, you better protect your ass.
God your ass, Loki.
God your ass, Loki.
You are relieved of your duties as gatekeeper and no longer citizen of Asgard.
And I need no longer obey you.
Head up.
Woo!
Nah, Loki T though.
Turn my black man to an ice sculpture. Ain't this a bitch?
Is that one of Stark's?
That's one of Stark's.
Never tells me anything.
Coulson, for who you are and what you see, why?
Nah, at this time, this is unfamiliar to them.
Okay,
So they're
'cause-
just getting introduced to this.
Alright, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Dang.
Ay, ay, ay. Got your ass.
That worked?
Psych, I lied! I'm still alive!
They killed that though.
But they didn't kill that.
Yeah.
That's so fire.
Ooh.
Am I worthy? Oh, they smoked his ass.
That thing looks so cool. I want one of those wells, please.
Oh,
my God.
damn! Backslap of Justin.
But I kill a regular human though.
Oh,
Like,
facts.
your neck is cracking.
Oh my god, bro.
Mmm.
Whosoever holds this hammer.
Yup, it's that time.
He earned it now because he gave up his life for the sake of his peeps.
Possess the power of Thor.
Bring me back my hammer.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
I am Odin's son! Bitch! Bitch!
Light work. He destroyed the destroyer.
Ain't that some
Come on, man.
badass?
How's that day?
Oh, no,
I
she,
know,
yo.
She's down for the ride.
She trying to ride for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Welcome to Asgard.
Yo, he don't look like Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. When they first showed him, I'm like, yo, he look mad familiar. Yeah.
He's a beast.
Oh.
Yes, sir! Can't hold a good man down.
Especially a black one. Black power.
Ah! Black power!
It said you can still hear and see what transpires around you.
Wow, that sucks.
I hope it's true.
That's why he cried when Thor died.
Yeah!
Nice, stupid.
Wait, Loki?
And your death came
So he used this as a way to lure him over here so that he could kill the Night King so he could take over their forces?
I think that may have been the, hey, I already took this L here, let me take this dub.
I swear to you, Mother, that they will pay for what they've done.
Oh, you try to make it, you sneaky son bitch. That was sneaky. I see what he did there. That's hilarious. He really plotted that so he can look good, have a better reason to assume King. That's grimy though, I can't front. He's killing a whole civilization of people, which is technically your people. That's hilarious. I'm not gonna fight you for trying to kill a whole race of people, but you bring up Jane's name.
Alright! I want to walk on that. Damn, Loki's a beast in this movie though.
The dead noise!
I think Walt Sully said he wants him to come back as a villain like this.
Mjolnir!
You're not my brother.
Wow!
Try getting up.
Wow.
That looks fantastic.
Devastation.
Faja. So how you survive?
He got sucked into space-time continuum, which then processed his medulla oblongata into the fourth realm.
Went to Midgard.
Yeah. Aww.
For tonight we feast.
Everyone's laughing. Thor has a smile on his face, but it's not really a smile.
Oh man.
Someday, perhaps, I shall make you proud.
You've already made me proud.
Oh!
Whew. Don't make me cry, Dad.
Dr. Selby.
Nick Fury?
So you're the man behind all this? It's quite a labyrinth.
I was thinking that taking me down here to kill me.
What is it?
Power, Doctor.
That's what it looks like.
Other than the Tesseract. The Tesseract's a different
Like a
shit.
cube, right?
The Tesseract was a cube, though.
I get you, but like
Oh,
the Tesseract
Loki?
was a cube around a cube.
Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's worth a look.
Wow.
So Loki took over Selwig?
Yeah, it
Essentially.
seems like it. Oh, this is the longest one. This is when movies start getting longer.
2 hours and 25 minutes. Wow. What are our thoughts on Thor, man?
Why did you like it, Wells?
I don't know. I feel like I started off good. Like it just immediately brought me to like when I first watched it, and then why I didn't totally love superhero movies from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could see the superhero fatigue beginning with this movie Thor, if that makes sense.
Why do you say that though?
like the way that it was made. Like even I'm not all that interested in Thor's story either. Like even going into the movie back then thinking like I want to know more about Thor. This is kind of like it didn't sell me on his character or wanting to know more about his story. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool to see him shift from like the Thor that we seen in the beginning of the movie to the end, but I feel like even that character change was too fast for this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like it, and then I realize why I didn't like superhero films in majority.
But didn't you like X-Men at this time? Like X-Men?
Yeah, and I was more of a kid at that time. You know what I'm saying? So even like I wouldn't go back to the original X-Men movies and call them great. You know what I'm saying? Like I liked them at the time because I was a kid. I loved X-Men, but like
I went back and watched them. This is real good.
And I would say that my favorites are like the second trilogy. You know what I'm saying? With Days of Futures Past, First Class. You know what I'm saying? Like I think those movies are great. But the first ones are just like
a test run.
Not a test run, but they're just superhero films. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Sound like Martin Scorsese.
X-Men United was fire, bro. And the one with Phoenix, when she kills Professor X, that movie was fire, bro.
It's nostalgic to me. Like those movies, like I love those as kids, but I wouldn't call them like amazing. Like it's been a while since I watched those. So
I watched it last month.
I don't want to like talk about those because I'm not referring to those. You know what I'm saying? I'm referring to like this movie.
But then you like. The movie started off, and you said that I can see how this movie
kicked off the
MCU in terms of special effects and all that. And then on top of that,
that's what the MCU has become though.
But then
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I thought
those films that coming out now are as good as like prior films. Like I feel like
bro, you forgot what comes after this?
Avengers 1,
Civil War. Winter Soldier, and you said that this starts with fatigue, but then the best movies comes after this.
Yeah, but those are not all. Like we still get Thor 2, which is considered one of the worst movies.
No, we still get Iron Man 3,
was considered one of the worst movies in the MCU.
Yeah, but then Ragnarok is good.
Ragnarok is alright.
I don't think it's
better than 2.
It grossed way more than the first and second one. That's a fact.
Yeah, but I don't think those movies are like good across the board, like you say,
Winter Soldier, Civil War, across the board,
like,
fire.
It's not those movies.
You know what I think it is for me?
Oh yeah, Ragnarok's out. Yeah.
You know what I think it is for me when you talk about this movie, like you not liking this movie or in this movie being okay. I think it's like with a lot of the superheroes that we've seen with the Hulk, Iron Man, with Captain America, you get that factor of an origin story, right? Like you get to see where they started from, how they became what they became. We didn't really get to see, like Thor was he was born into his power. Like
that's what I think it is too.
Yeah.
I don't connect with Thor like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't connect with him at all. Like, and I liked Iron Man 1. I liked Iron Man 2 after we watched it again. Captain America, I get it. Like I even like that one more than I do this Thor 1 movie. Like I feel like Thor's still a bland hero even after his first movie.
Yeah, and even after because the big four in the Avengers, or what I consider the big four of the Avengers, are Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor. The least hot one out of all of them, even before the movies, has always been Thor. Right? And I think it's because of that, because he's the hardest to relate to. Like he's just a god. Like he comes through as a god. Like I'm a dude with powers already. Like I kill everybody if I want to. And there's not that factor of an origin story that makes it more interesting. There's not the factor of his villains are cool, but they're just it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Loki.
I
Loki's
thought
actually
Loki was
a
probably one
great
of the
villain
best
in this
movie.
No, I love.
He's profound. That's why, when you said that before about the villain aspect of it, I'm watching it. I'm yo, I like feel Loki Wells 100%. Wells, Loki is a fantastic villain throughout all.
I'm not saying that Loki isn't a fantastic villain because
you did. You said the villains are okay.
The villains, I stand on that. I think Loki is a good villain, but I'm saying overall, the Thor villains are whatever. Think about it. Name other Thor villains.
Well, we're speaking on this movie.
Hold on, wait. We're talking about this movie, but I'm talking about. But the reason why I even say this is a whole aspect of Thor and why people might not rock with Thor in general versus it just being this movie. And I'm using the villains as a whole as an example too.
But I was just speaking about
this movie.
I was
like, we're talking about like.
But even with
this movie's not good. So I'm like, this movie is pretty good. I don't think it's great, but I'm not gonna say it's bad.
Now, I would
the
say
Destroyer aspect, I rock with the Destroyer. That I'm not gonna lie, I really like the Destroyer. That was a cool ass sentient being.
I feel like I could understand. I don't think the pacing was as good on this one, and I think it's because we do need more of an origin story. I could agree with you with that. I thought it was a good movie, but I thought because Thor was on in Midgard for a lot of this movie, we didn't get as much as like how Thor has his power. Like, we didn't get all of that stuff because we had to have that whole minutia time of him being with Jane Foster and that love story.
Also, like, even that, like, that was kind of like...
Nah, I didn't think that was... Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't like him and Jane Foster.
That's what changed you, bro? Like, because she told you not to throw cups on the floor? Like, come on, bro.
Also, that's not it.
No. They spent some time together, but it wasn't...
It was because his dad died based on a decision he made, and Loki saying, your mother don't want you to come back. Like, I think that would change somebody for sure.
100%.
But also, honestly, I honestly think that even with, which is why even bringing the other points about Thor's character as a whole, because of Thor's character and because of how he is, I don't think there's much more you could have did with this movie, right? So I think it would have just been the same thing regardless of what, because that's just how the character is. That's why I said, that's why he's the least of them prior to the movies. He's the least hottest of the big four of the Avengers.
But then what happened?
Yeah,
but he's not.
That's what I'm saying. What happened?
No,
Once this movie dropped, he ended up having one of the best, or not the best, successful franchises within Marvel.
I'm saying prior to this movie.
In comic books, he was.
Yeah, I'm saying in comic, like prior. That's why I said prior to this movie, he was the least hottest of them.
Yeah, but then this movie actually catapulted him. That's what I'm saying, though.
I mean, but think about it too, like the other movies. Put it like this: they did three Iron Man movies. The third one was trash because they completely butchered it.
None of them even gross the same money as Thor.
They completely butchered it, and like Chris Hemsworth is Chris Hemsworth. I think it's more because of the actor. That's why this movie does so great.
So you're saying
they definitely leaned into. I think that Thor leans into like him being a jacked like dude, like him being the pretty boy.
That's what I think.
Like, but I think that's one thing that annoyed me too. But I think that the movie itself was still really like it was good to me because I think like Heimdall was super dope. I enjoyed that, but I do think like having more of a connection to like why Thor is from the jump, like even hearing from like Odin was dead half this goddamn movie. Yeah, so I feel like that could have maybe helped, but I didn't think it was a bad movie. But now that I watch like the last Thor, I'm like, oh, now I see how we got there. Because I didn't remember this movie, and now I watch it, I'm like, bro, they've been building this. Like, Jane and his love is not lit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't believe it. I feel like this was just like your very basic formula superhero movie that you know that we know today. I feel like it was like this is just like you could have fucking my bad. You could have took Will Smith Hancock and threw the MCU with this movie. Which you mean like that's how I feel. Like,
but like the set design was fire though.
It was very generic, bro. Like the what?
At this time, I think that was like how Asgard looked. It was super.
No, the way it looked,
especially at that time.
The special effects is cool. The special effects in Marvel movies always look cool.
Yeah, but like you said, like this is the first time that like this is the first one that made it like that.
Yeah.
So I think at this time that's probably why this was such a big movie too. Like seeing Asgard in that way, like all that type of stuff they were able to do now.
This is what I feel like. I feel like they weren't trying to make a great movie with this movie. They were just trying to make a movie that, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. That's what I felt. I honestly do believe that, bro. I honestly do believe that.
And I really believe that, yo. The reason why Thor does...
They came into this shit, don't worry. Chris taking his shirt off, we lit.
Yeah, that's
the
thing.
It's too good.
I really realized I really think that Thor does so great.
You mean explain his backstory?
Because Chris Hemsworth is casted as Thor. That's how I really feel about the whole thing. Because
after watching Thor 4, we kind of got the same.
Yeah,
they kept the same formula, bro. They kept the same formula,
and they made it good. And they took a character that's somewhat serious and made him extremely, extremely goofy. Like, I don't know.
Like his
And here's the
goofiness in
thing.
this movie wasn't as cheesy.
Like,
as
I was
it
like
just
with
about to
somebody
say
like-
that.
Yeah. Like, in this one, it was
No, not with this
and
one.
all that
Not with
as
this one.
as Love and Thunder.
I think
bro.
this
No,
one,
that's what
his
I- that's
goofiness
what
was more
I-
like I never went to the
You
world.
say he took the same formula as this one and Love and Thunder.
In terms of like taking the movie and just making it because of the profits they can make from it. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
not why they made this right
Yes,
here.
sir. They had to come up with adventures. They had to come up with a Thor movie, bro. Y'all seen Hulk too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You think they made this just because of the strength of the fact we just want to make a movie to make money? No, that's not true.
Yes,
They
what-
needed this to actually develop
the
the
movie.
was
We're
never-
talking about Disney,
yo.
bro. You talking about Disney. You don't think
This
they make
story
movies based
was-
on the fact that they could draw money from it, bro?
Bro, it's a
Especially because
combination
of
of the
the
Star
big
Wars.
Wars.
This is
What they're doing in
essential,
Marvel,
bro.
like-
This is essential.
Yeah, but it
this is
wasn't-
actually what leads directly into the events of the next movie with the whole thing with the Tesseract, Loki stealing it, and everything like that. So you're not gonna tell me it's made us to make it.
No,
They
I
made
think-
this because it had a lot to do
And
with
this is the
next
foundation,
movie.
too.
You guys
Yeah,
are
like,
you guys
what?
are
It wasn't
both,
to
you
be
guys are
great.
both right in the sense of like, yes, it was essential for the Avengers to be the Avengers because he is one of the known Avengers. But like, also I do agree with Wells too. Of course they made it because it was a money grab.
Bro,
And
every
I think
movie
he made
is to
it-
make
yeah, I was
money.
gonna say,
The
but
Dark
every
Knight
movie-
is the best movie, hero movie of all time.
But
for
they
me.
definitely made it
But
to make money.
Like, what are you talking
No,
about, bro?
here's
That
the
is-
thing.
But is every movie made to be the greatest movie though?
So you
I think they set out to make it one of the greatest.
Yeah,
I don't think a director comes out and says, "Bro,
you're crazy to
I
think
mean, I
that
don't
they
know
made
about
this
that. I
to
don't know
make
about
it just a movie. Like they
Yeah, I don't
didn't. They
know
come in
about
as to try and make it a good movie.
A great movie.
They trying to make it a great movie.
You just said I won't say it's a great movie, but it's a good movie.
Just because I think it's good doesn't mean that they
That
didn't
they
try to
didn't
make
set
it
out,
good,
I'm
bro.
pointing out the fact that there's a difference between great and good. Just like you
Well,
made
no,
it.
yeah,
you're
understand that, but you're trying to say the people that made the
set
movie
out not to
set
make
out
a
to
great
make a
movie.
good movie and not a great movie,
A movie
and I
that-
think that's ludicrous,
Bro,
bro.
it's not, bro.
Yes, it is,
a
bro.
movie that could tell a story for the next one that they're coming. The great movie was Avengers. They just needed to fill in the gap with Thor. That's what they did.
So why
I don't
would
think
they not
stopped
try to
at
seek out to make a great movie so people can go on to make to
Yeah,
watch the next
I don't
movie?
know, yeah.
If you make a half-ass movie, why would a person want to watch the next movie that's gonna follow up? You have to make a good movie to make a person want to go to
How
it.
did the second Thor do? Because like
I'm talking about leading into the Avengers,
leading
bro.
into but
Because
here's the
next
thing.
movie's the
But here's
Avengers,
the
so you're
thing.
not gonna tell me you're gonna make an ass movie.
That. The only reason why I could agree with Joel to an extent is because like they started to build the Avengers up ground up one by one with the four essential Avengers: Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. And Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk. Right? They made movies for all of them.
Yeah.
Right? They made movies for all four of them.
Yes.
And I think that in order to build up those Avengers, you have to put emphasis on those four characters. So it's like, all right, we are going to make these movies, right? Especially, I can even feel like that, even though Hulk was a really good movie, like I kind of feel like that with Hulk. I kind of feel like that with Hulk also. We make these movies so we can build up for what the Avengers is about to be
So
in the
I
MCU.
agree with that.
And
So you're
with
saying
Thor.
that with the fact that they have to make those movies in order to make Avengers, that they're not gonna make those movies great?
No, what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
Because
Pat.
that's what that's
No,
that's
telling
what I'm
you this,
confused
telling-
about.
I'm saying this. I'm saying, yo, listen. They have an agenda to put out the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
They have to X out certain things before that event. That great idea, great thing comes out. We have to execute all these movies. We might not have the time, we might have the money, we might have all this to execute the Avengers perfectly. So we have to sacrifice certain things in certain movies in order to get the Avengers done correctly. I don't think the time and the writing was put into this movie to make it a great movie, bro. There's no way. Especially when
agree.
there's
I
no
agree.
way, bro.
I
There's
agree.
no way. Especially what we see now with Disney, what they're doing now. I think it's just you see it multiplying, bro. We see what happened with Secret Invasion. They're trying to fit so many storylines into to make it fit a movie's timeline that things come out bad. Like
The only
Secret
reason,
Invasion. Like,
if you said, yo, Pat, I believe that they probably put more budget within actually the special effects than the screenwriting, then maybe I'll lean more into that. But like, cause
I just think it's crazy when you say like, yo, they went in a room together and they were like, yo, we don't even need to do.
That's not what I said.
You said they set out to make a good movie, not a great movie. That's what you said.
And
Yes.
but all the
But I'm
movies,
just saying, like, that's weird, like, to think, like, somebody sat in
And
a
you
room
don't
and
feel
said,
that
yo,
way about Pirates.
Avengers
If
is
they
next,
have
this
an-
could be
if
just
they have
good.
an agenda to make it bigger in the long run with the Avengers, I believe that they did do
Yeah.
that. To build up
If they
for
say I gotta
what the Avengers
sacrifice
is going to be.
this part of the budget for this to make a good overall good movie, then they set out to make a good movie, not a great one. Because if they wanted to make a great movie, I feel like they would spend more money on, let's say, for example, a better screenplay, better special effects, whatever the case may be.
The special effects is great.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, like,
so
your
the writing
sentiment's
was
only on this one though, because you didn't feel that way when it came to Hulk. You didn't feel that way about Captain America. You didn't feel that.
And I said that. I said, I like
so
Iron
why?
Man 1.
So why this movie?
You can't say you didn't watch Hulk with us, so we can't.
That's fine, but I know he doesn't feel that way. He knows a Hulk movie. I don't think that you would feel that the Incredible Hulk movie.
I always believed that the first Hulk movie from back then was better than that Hulk movie.
What?
Wow.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Wow.
But
alright.
Granted.
Nah,
the Hulk movie was good, right? I just don't. That first Hulk movie was terrible.
Robbie said the same thing as you though. Robbie said he liked the
third.
But remember what he said after he watched the whole movie. He said, "Yo, this shit is great. I have to rewatch the first one to see if the first one is better than this because he haven't watched the first one in a minute."
But
that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's just the fact that you just don't recall the first one as much as like the one that came out prior.
I won't speak on it too much because I don't remember it as.
So let's speak on what we watched. So Iron Man, and Captain America. You feel like they made them in the way that you're talking about they made Thor in terms of they sacrificed the quality in order to build up the next ones. In order to build up the Avengers. So why they choose to sacrifice this one?
Because think about how close the timeline was from when Avengers was coming out, from when those movies came out. Iron Man was the first one that came out. What did we say? I came out
2008.
And the Captain America movie. They had way more time to make those. And I still think that Iron Man and Captain America.
When did Captain America come out?
I don't know. Iron Man and Captain America are way bigger Avengers than the Hulk and Thor, than the Hulk and Thor, bro.
But you would argue that.
Look at the ending they gave him for Endgame. Look what those two were the special ones, Captain America and Iron Man.
They're the leaders of the Avengers. Like they're the two biggest Avengers. And that's why I'm saying that's why I agree with Wells to an extent because it's like
came out the same year.
Because of how big Iron Man
came out the same year as this.
What, Captain America?
Came out the same year as this. So why they expedite?
Because my thing is like this came out. This actually came out. This came out the same year, but this came out first, right?
Huh?
This came out first.
Okay, I just said it came out.
My thing is like still, regardless of what, like because Captain America, to Wells' point, Captain America and Iron Man are bigger Avengers than Thor. And of course they're gonna go make sure we're gonna take the two biggest Avengers, the two people who are considered the leaders of the Avengers, right? And we're going to make them shine, and we're gonna want to make great movies out of these two characters versus doing it with somebody like Thor and Hulk. Not to say that the Hulk movie wasn't good. I thought the Hulk movie was good, but even so, think about it. That's why they didn't even expand on the Hulk as much anymore, right? We only got that one Hulk movie.
They even recasted him, bro.
Yeah, they even recasted him. So it's like
that's because he had complications with the.
Well, they would have got it right, bro.
They would have got it right if they wanted it. If it was Iron Man and Captain America.
They say that Iron Man wanted to keep him though, and what happened is they had an issue about a production budget or something. He wanted a bigger production budget for the Hulk or some shit.
Yeah, but still, they made it right.
But I mean, at that point, they're getting bigger though. I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't they? Especially if the movie
that wouldn't have happened for Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Chris Evans. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Chris.
What up,
Hemsworth?
No, Evans. Chris Evans.
Oh, he's talking about for Captain America.
They're the two leaders. That's why Civil War is Captain America versus Iron Man. You feel me? Those are the two biggest ones. That's why their movies are well, Iron Man 3,
Iron Man 3 was just.
But I still think that did a great box office. But still, that's what I think about this movie.
I feel
In Thor.
I can see why somebody thinks
those two though. I think this is creating a whole different world. This whole thing, I feel bro, Captain America is a puny kid who wanted to be a part of the army, and then he gets a super soldier serum, and then he's connected to Stark. So then you get the Stark from first movie. Then you get Iron Man. It all melted together. This is a completely by itself. The only thing we really got in this is Shield.
Nah.
What else did we get in this movie?
We got Hawkeye, right? We got.
But at the time before that, we
got Hawkeye. Right now, if you knew, because we got Hawkeye, and we also got tied into the Hulk within this movie. Which, if you know, in comic books and in animated series, Thor and the Hulk are at the hip. They're like this. That's why he's even in Thor. That's why he's in that third Thor movie, because they're like this. So we did get tie-ins to the MCU.
I just think we did more with Iron Man. I think we did get a lot more from his dad being in the first movie. Like it was like the whole, like it seemed like it all connected.
Yeah,
all
but we still got those
end.
tie-ins because they still even mention Iron Man within
They did
this
once
movie.
when they were talking about
they
the
mentioned
gamma
Stark.
radiation.
That was Hulk. They mentioned Stark when the destroyer came down. He's like, "Is that Stark's?" Right? To say, "Hey, we're all connected."
He said, "I don't know."
And here's the
He never told me
thing.
shit.
And here's the thing. Shield being in this movie actually plays a big role in connecting the MCU because if it wasn't for
I
Shield,
said that, though.
if it wasn't for Shield running up on
I'm around that, bro. I'm around that whole sentiment. That's what I'm saying. Like this movie holds a lot of weight of what's to come next.
No, I think it holds weight.
I'm believing at that I just don't feel that these dudes purposely came into this saying we're gonna make a good movie rather than a great movie because of the fact
They just
that
ended up.
No,
not
here's the
great.
thing, Pat. I think it holds weight to the Avengers. However, like just because it's like, all right, I think they just set out to make it a good movie because it was like, all right, it's Thor. He's an essential Avenger. Let's make this movie to kind of connect things a little bit more because we don't want to just bring him in like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or the fact is like, yo, we have 5 movies to make. The budget needs to go to which ones? Some movies budget is gonna bite another one's movie budget. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna get the low priority. I think in terms of those movies, Hulk and Thor got the lowest priority in terms of what movie they wanted to prioritize.
Yeah, you think I can look this up and I'll make a
they'll
bet.
tell you the budget.
I'll tell you right now, they probably spent more of a budget on this movie than on Captain America.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna look it up.
The
right
Thor
now.
one budget.
And what? Special effects?
Bro, you just said money. You just said budget. I'm just talking about overall the budget. I'm pretty sure they probably spent more money on this right here than they did
Thor
on
one
Captain
budget was
America.
$150 million.
And what was Captain America? I'm comfortable being wrong, but you know I feel.
It would make sense if Captain America's budget was smaller because they.
Yeah,
$140 million, so $10 million less.
It's right there, Rick. So
Right,
like,
yeah, but like that's
but that
because
just
they
goes to
just had more
show that they didn't
CGI.
sacrifice one for the other, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and you can agree that I will say that Captain America 1 is better than this movie. I'm not arguing that whatsoever. But then it's like the sentiment of they sacrifice one for the other to make the other better.
In terms of
it
storytelling,
is already off the window because the budget's exactly the same.
But in terms of storytelling, which one was better?
I already said Captain America.
Yeah, that's not. That's
you
really
could argue
like
that.
you might get the budget thing. Yes, that was just a bad example. But like in terms of storytelling and how I think that this one, this story was trash, bro. This story was trash, bro. We had a fight with a machine as a primary fight, and then the villain fight against Loki. Loki ended up being like a don't let me fall kind of scene, bro. And that's how we ended the movie.
And like I said
that's
earlier,
trash,
like,
bro.
because it's Thor and because of how the character is, like he's a god. Like I really personally didn't think going into this movie, I didn't think that there was gonna be much more that they could do with this story. With this first movie, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like I was just like, all right, he's a god.
They could have done more, obviously, because they could have dwelled more.
No, I'm saying for the introduction of Thor, like
that's what I'm saying.
for you to make
Because
because here's the thing, like the introduction of Iron Man and the introduction of Iron Man, the introduction of Captain America, and even the introduction of Hulk makes you ask questions to be like, okay, how did this become this? You know what I'm saying, right? It's like with Thor, it's sort of like, all right, you're not really asking how he became a god because you already knew that he was a god. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so now it goes beyond that of like, yo, like now it's Loki, now it's a Tesseract, now it's like how is things within Asgard is gonna be now since his father's back and stuff, and like one race damn near got extinct. Other races gonna try to like, you know, combat them because they nearly committed a whole genocide. What's going on in Asgard? And the thing is with you guys already knew about the fact that this dude is what do you call it? Is a giant frost giant and stuff like that. That caught me left field.
Me too.
I'll be a buck with you, so that's what I'm saying. Like, other things that you guys may not find enticing with the story, I found enticing because I completely forgot certain things. But that's me.
But I feel like you're talking about, you said Loki's thing?
Loki becoming being...
But I feel like that's like,
Lawfrey son.
that's less about the storytelling than it is just the fact that that's what it is.
What?
Like, it's not...
That's
like
a part of the story. What do you mean,
Yeah, but I
bro?
feel like that's just a story of, that's a fact of Loki's...
Wells. That's literally every single movie we watch.
Yeah,
Captain America's story is enticing because
But how
of
they
the
tell
story.
it, we've seen Captain America like tiny. I feel like we got more of his why he is as Captain America. More of that story, right? Like I feel like they told it better because he was a scrawny child. He wanted to do more for his country, especially in a nation that was heavy on propaganda and people going to war. You know what I'm saying? He felt unimportant. I feel like that story was told way better than Thor being a meathead and high off power and then falling down to earth for a week and then that changed his whole life. Nah, bro,
and to Wells' point with that too, with something like Captain America, we got that origin story where we got the story of Captain America coming into what he became, and we got the story of the villain, the Red Skull too. Whereas this one, the main question was revolved around, based on what you're saying, was revolved around Loki being a frost giant.
And also, like, Thor actually becoming able to actually, like, have the basically the honor and the correct mentality to wield the hammer and stuff. Yeah. You feel me? It's like, you guys may not enjoy how they went about him being able to, like, grasp the actual responsibility that comes with wielding the hammer. But I personally like that. I like how he had to had to basically get himself humbled and had to basically find a real reason to wield the hammer versus his ego and stuff. So it's like, I'm like, you know, you guys got your sentiment, I got mine and stuff like that. But I will never ever agree until the director or the person from Disney and Marvel pulled up on me and say, yo, no bullshit, we wasn't trying to make a great movie.
No bullshit. We needed that extra 20 mil for Avengers. We said, F this little nigga. F this Thor guy.
It could be true, bro. We see people make sequels all the time just because they knew they could.
There's a bad Spider-Man too. So
yeah, I'm just, you know, the thing is, I can tell you one thing though. The budget has nothing to do with it because Captain America had $10 million less and they still had a better movie. So it just comes down to what you like more, what you relate with more, what you felt was better executed.
I think it was a writing.
Yeah, I think it was the writing more than it was the budget for special effects. I know special effects is expensive, and that's probably why Thor
is more.
But in terms of making a better story, I do think that there was a higher emphasis on Captain America's story than there was Thor.
And I honestly think that, like I said, I don't think that there's much more that you could have did with Thor. There's a lot that you could have did because of how this story's already built.
Bro,
Wait, compared to Captain America and compared to Iron Man, I really think that with their stories, there's much more that you could do with Iron Man's story and Captain America's story than you get with Thor. Especially because the Thor story isn't even a story that was originated from Marvel. That was a story originated from Norse mythology. Okay, so that was a story that already existed. So it's just like
bullshit. It actually would make more sense that they would spend more money on special effects because they wanted it to have more glitz and glamour.
Well, it's a mystified world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they spent more money on that for a reason, right? Because the story lacked.
Well,
they needed something else to attract the people.
I think it just costs more to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just think it's more bro, Joe. If I'm making a story about Earth or I'm making a story about being on Mars, it's gonna cost me more because I gotta make Mars. And no matter what, right now we're making a Captain America movie. He can walk outside our studio, take a camera out, Captain America. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's anywhere. Yo, they had to build an entire world.
And remember what I said it earlier. I said, yo, Wells, if you came into this saying, yo, Pat, they spent more money
on visual effects
in the script, I would agree. But the fact that you said that they wanted to make a good movie versus great, I don't agree. And Jerry, in terms of how they could have expounded more on this, bro, there's so much. The fact that there's a whole new world, that means there's so much of the story they could tell. They could have dwelled into when they was teenagers and how like basically the rivalry between Loki and Thor and stuff like. They could have done a lot, bro. It's a whole new world, bro. Wakanda was Wakanda because we went into a whole new world and it was able to really go deep into that story so much that we got endless more content to go with that.
But that's why I feel like they could do way more. Here's my thing. That's what I say. When I say that compared to Captain America and compared to Iron Man. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, unlike Black Panther, unlike Iron Man, unlike other superheroes within Marvel, like this is derived from a story that already existed. that was already created. That's why I'm like, there's so much more that you could expand upon, because this was like, yo, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, these are things that started from Marvel, whereas the story of Thor, the story of Odin, Loki, these are characters that are not derived from Marvel.
What is that?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, you could expand.
I wouldn't agree.
I think you could expand it. Yeah, because like you're just.
Why is there so much stories on Greek mythology?
I think like you're taking a story. I think like you could take a story and you can make like your own. Like you're still taking those characters within it. But like I'm just saying, I'm saying compared to these other characters. I'm not saying
but I'm basically saying
because you're making it seem like I'm saying in general. I'm saying compared to Captain America.
No, but basically
that's
okay. But what I'm asking is this: so do you believe that when they made Thor and Odin, they were like, we have to be 100% factually accurate?
I didn't.
Because I feel like, bro, they're making their own Thor, they're making their own Odin, so it's the same thing as making your own Iron Man, making your own. But
here's the thing: these are characters that they made from the ground up.
Yes, but everything that they're doing has nothing to do with that.
Like there's so much more that they create from the ground up from those characters. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I'm not saying that you can't expand on the Thor story in general. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying compared to Captain America and compared to Iron Man.
Yeah,
and even Black Panther. Like,
because the thing is, bro, I literally have, I grew up of a series called Percy Jackson and the Olympians that was all based on Greek mythology, and they was able to make 7 books and go crazy with that because of the fact they just had the foundation of Greek mythology and all the different gods that revolves around that, and then make a whole crazy story out of it. You could do it. They literally did the whole, bro, we have 4 movies when it comes to this because of the fact is Thor, Norse mythology, and they can expound on that
however they want.
Whatever they want, bro.
I knew you were going to say that now, because like it's even you could do this. You could say the same thing for God of War, but like here's the thing with those movies, right? When they make things like God of War and they make Percy Jackson, they make characters they include their own made-up characters within that. The majority of these Thor characters, if not all of them, are characters that were already created. That's why I'm saying that.
Bro, majority of the characters within the Percy Jackson and Olympians are majority all people.
So was
Percy, and this movie they have people that doesn't exist within mythology
Was Percy Jackson actually in Greek mythology?
No.
Exactly, that's the point that I'm
making. But they have characters in this movie that's not actually existed in Greek and in Norse mythology as well, bro.
In the whole world. I don't think there's a Jotunheim in Greek mythology.
Yeah, what?
I don't think that's a thing.
I think there's definitely a Jotunheim in Greek mythology.
I mean, I wouldn't. Alright, so
you say you
yeah. I think me and you both don't have any real clue.
Like, here's the thing.
We both don't have a clue. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We both don't know.
Nah, you want me to even tell you why? Because even God of War, the newer God of War is based on Norse mythology, right? A lot of the things that they took from Norse mythology that are in this are exactly from God of War.
Literally,
word for word. Characters,
Percy Jackson's the same thing, bro. Literally, the whole story revolves around everything Greek
I know
mythology,
that,
bro.
but like Percy Jackson himself does not come from Greek mythology. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't Greek mythology. It's the land of the giants, but it's just not from
Jotunheim.
Clearly.
Jotunheim. There's even the only thing that they didn't include in this was Hellenheim, which is like the hell realm of Norse mythology. But like these realms, like they're in God of War too. That's what I'm saying.
All the realms.
Like these are all, and like Thor, they come from derived from.
You just said realms. You just said realms. Every
and
single
characters.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yo,
the main character is derived from Thor's mythology.
Regardless of anything what you're saying, right? Yo, this is fantasy. Like, literally, mythology is, the word myth is within it. So you basically cannot tell me, well, you can if you want, because you're doing it right now. But when it comes to myth, you can do whatever you want.
I think you guys are making it seem as if I'm saying that you can't expand on this.
No, you're trying to say more than Captain America.
I do believe that.
And that's why
Captain America thought you obviously could expand on this a lot.
It's all about your imagination.
They've done it.
It's all about your imagination.
I just
that's
believe
all
with
it is.
Marvel, like I believe that you could expand more on Captain America and you could expand more on Iron Man than you could expand on Thor, because Thor is a story that's already derived from something else. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just noticed.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying that you can't expand on it at all. I'm not saying that, because that would be then God of War. Then I would be like, yo, that wouldn't make sense, because I play God of War.
You're saying there's a cap because of the fact that it's pre-existing mythology, and I feel like
compared to Iron Man,
and I feel like neither. I feel like neither has a cap
in this realm.
I feel like neither has a cap. That's what I'll say. I'll say neither has a limitation of what.
The only reason I would say you might be right on that is the same way there's like 100 Iron Man's, like animated Captain Avengers, there's 100 Norse mythology things that take Thor's and Thor and this.
Yeah, and they put it in different stuff, but I'm just saying
that
already
existed.
existed.
Expand, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are creating their own version of Thor.
I'm saying within Marvel. Like, that's why I said, like, I'm arguing with him, because, like I said, I know you could expand on it because they've done it already in other stories.
A bunch of different shit.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm saying I don't think there's any more cap or limitation.
Yeah,
But
no
obviously we have
in Marvel.
an opinion on it. But
they make it a Thor 5, so clearly within Marvel, there's no limitation as well.
Y'all let us know what y'all think down in the comments. What do you guys think about this first Thor movie? My biggest issue is really how much they lead into the love story, but that was my only
They're still expanding on Captain America, and they're still expanding on Iron Man. That's another thing too.
But without
the head actors, without the head actors too.
But that has nothing to do with what I just said. I just said that the fact that it's still expounding on it, so clearly there's no.
He's saying basically they're still doing the same thing Iron Man.
Exactly, but yo, bro,
and they're doing.
But he's saying they're still doing the same thing.
It's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
And there's more separate entities that they're doing for Iron Man than they are for Thor. They're doing Armored Wars and they're doing Ironheart. Those are two different entities that are derived from Iron Man. So,
bro, they literally made Jane Foster into a Thor. I'm fucking done.
Okay, and who is still the main character in that movie? Chris Hemsworth. Like, she doesn't have her own show. She doesn't. Chris Hemsworth is still the main character in that movie. What are we talking about?
She was definitely co-main in that one though. Jane Foster was a lot of that damn movie.
She was, but still, it was
like so much so that you have to say like, bro,
it was still
like,
Chris Hemsworth in the movie though.
He was in it.
He was still the main character.
Right.
It's not like he was just in the movie.
Captain America isn't the main character no more because why? Because the main character died and stuff. So
and they're making a new Captain America. They made a new Captain America.
Well, if it's your first time, head on top Patreon right now so you can watch full and early reactions of movies like this and all of our other MCU movies that we've already dropped. We already got a lot of new things coming. We just dropped Ted Lasso a couple days ago, so make sure you go check that out as well. If it's your first time here, definitely gonna be a last week. You kill, murder, and smash! That's subscribe button, man. I go by the name of DC.
It's Maniac Wilkins _RT.
He put a cap on the cap, Patrick RT.
For Marvel.
It's your boy Wells and Thor. Woo! Special effects, yeah! I love Thor!
Let's make a good movie.
Yeah, let's make a good movie so we can.
I hate y'all asses, man. And that settles it at the round table.